If you look at the history of human achievement, from the construction of the Great Pyramids to the launch of the latest smartphone application, you see that we have always found different ways to organize work based on how much we know at the start. Project management is not a single tool, but a versatile toolkit that offers different modes of delivery depending on the environment. As a CAPM candidate, one of your most important skills is recognizing when a project needs a rigid, structured path and when it needs a flexible, iterative one. Today, we are going to introduce the 3 primary ways projects are delivered in the modern professional world: predictive, agile, and hybrid. We begin with the predictive lifecycle, which many people commonly refer to as waterfall. In a predictive environment, the project scope, time, and cost are determined as early as possible in the project lifecycle. This approach is ideal for projects where the final product is well understood and the work is highly repetitive or physical. Imagine you are managing the construction of a new office building. You cannot start building the 3rd floor until the first 2 are finished, and you certainly cannot change the location of the plumbing once the concrete has been poured. In this world, we plan the work and then work the plan, with a heavy emphasis on preventing changes that could lead to expensive delays. In sharp contrast, we have the agile lifecycle, also known as an adaptive or change-driven approach. Agile was born in the fast-paced world of software development, where requirements often change as users interact with the product. Instead of planning everything in detail for the next 12 months, an agile team works in short cycles called iterations or sprints. After every 2 to 4 weeks, the team delivers a small, working piece of the project to the customer to get feedback. This allows the team to pivot and adjust the plan based on what they learn. A classic example is a team building a new social media app. They might release a simple version with just one feature, see how people use it, and then decide which feature to build next based on real user data. A common confusion for students is the belief that agile means no planning or no documentation. This is a significant misunderstanding that often appears as a trap on the exam. In reality, agile teams often spend more time planning than predictive teams do. They just do it differently. Instead of one giant planning phase at the beginning, agile teams perform continuous planning throughout the entire project. They trade the thick, formal project management plan of a waterfall project for a dynamic product backlog, a living list of work that is constantly reprioritized by value. Agile is not about chaos. It is about disciplined flexibility. The 3rd path, and perhaps the most common one in the modern workplace, is the hybrid lifecycle. As the name suggests, a hybrid approach is a combination of both predictive and agile elements. This is used when a project has some components that are very stable and others that are highly uncertain. For example, imagine a car manufacturer developing a new electric vehicle. The physical chassis, the battery housing, and the safety testing follow a predictive waterfall approach because the physical materials are expensive and difficult to change. However, the software for the dashboard and the autonomous driving features might be developed using agile iterations, allowing for constant updates and improvements throughout the build. Slide 6. The business analysis perspective. From a business analysis perspective, your role changes significantly depending on which of these approaches is chosen. In a predictive project, the business analysis acts like a translator who captures every single requirement up front so the engineers can build it exactly as requested. In an agile or hybrid project, the business analysis is more of a facilitator who works alongside the team every day to refine user stories and ensure the most valuable features are being built first. Understanding how requirements flow through these different cycles is a major part of the modern CAPM exam, and we will spend significant time in Section 9 mastering these distinctions. As you move forward in this course, don't feel like you have to choose a favorite methodology. The Project Management Institute expects you to be a professional who can operate in any of these environments. The exam will test your ability to look at a scenario, like a team dealing with a high rate of change, or a project with a fixed, unmovable deadline, and identify whether a predictive, agile, or hybrid approach is the best fit. Now that you have this high-level overview of the delivery modes, we need to look at the specific language used to describe them in the latest global standards. Let's move forward to explore the PMBOK 7 concepts you need for CAPM, where we will see how these approaches fit into the broader principles of project management.